There's a new Acura Integra coming. So I guess that serves as inspiration for me to finally get this thing on the road again. Hey everybody, Ethan here. Welcome to Hello Road. So right behind me is my white 1999 Acura Integra LS. This 22-year-old machine has just sort of been sitting in my yard for the last 6 months, which is pretty sad because this thing is in excellent shape, sort of. We'll talk about that in a second. But this Integra only has 93,000 miles on it. It's in really good condition. The interior is near perfect. It looks almost new inside. But yeah, I've had a couple issues with this vehicle. Let's talk about it. Before we get started with this car, I'm super excited to tell you about the new Hello Road t-shirts that I've got for sale. The first one right here is my Porsche 944 Vaporwave shirt. Oh, I'm super excited about this new one. One second. This is my Toyota Previa Vaporwave shirt. If you're a fan of egg vans, I think you might want to get this one. Check this out. My purple Ford Probe makes an appearance, as does my Chevy Nova Twin Cam. I've got 2 more new shirts. Check this one out. Check it out. It's my Hello Road logo Nissan Pulsar Sportback shirt. This is one of my favorite cars ever made, so I had to put it on a shirt. All right, I saved my favorite new t-shirt design for last. One second. Now, most of you know I'm a huge fan of weird cars, and the Fiat Multipla is one of the weirdest ones ever created, and I love it. So I needed to make a t-shirt that featured this wonderful, quirky, weird design. And I've kind of been in a metal mood lately, so I figured, why don't we make a metal Multipla t-shirt? So if you're a fan of both metal and weird cars, buy one of these t-shirts and help support my channel. It'll help me make more videos and keep this channel running. Thanks so much for your support. Truly, I love making these videos and I couldn't do it without your support. So thanks. I guess maybe I need an Acura Integra shirt next. All right, I'll get to that at some point, but now let's get this thing back on the road. So I've had this vehicle for almost a year and I've only made one video with it. So in my last video, you'll know that I bought this car at auction. It said it was running and driving. It was not. Somebody had installed a timing belt, but apparently didn't do it right. So the car would not start, brought it to a shop. Yep, timing belt was broken, valves were bent. And yeah, this car needed a new head. So I spent a bunch of money fixing that. And a lot of you said, oh, you should have put a VTEC head on it. And you know, I thought about that, but I wanted to keep this car stock because there's just so few clean low mile Integras left. So many of these things have been modified beyond all recognition. So I wanted to keep this thing as stock as possible. I'm not saying that all Integras have been clapped out, but you know what I'm talking about. The ones that fell into the hands of budget modders that really didn't know what they were doing and kind of ended up looking like this. Yeah, I don't want that to happen to this Integra. It was pretty idiotic for me to buy this thing sight unseen from auction, but now the thing runs great. As you can see from my yard, I've just got a bunch of cars sitting around that are all in various states of disrepair. Even with a car as nice as this one, I just haven't had a whole lot of time to drive it or even really do anything to it, so it's just kind of been sitting. So today, with that news of that new Integra coming out, which actually the teaser image was white, which made me think of this car, obviously, I really want to get this thing back on the road and actually enjoy it because you don't really enjoy your cars when they're just kind of sitting around. So today, let's make some baby step progress on getting this thing back on the road. What it really needs are tires. The tires are actually kind of dangerous. There's cracks all over them, so let's take care of these today. You should check this out though. Look at the brand name on these things. Negotiator. Yeah, these are not good tires. These are like $30 specials. I'm not sure if they're gonna make it to the tire shop. We'll see if we can get there without getting a flat. And finally, I'll replace this taillight, which looks like somebody shot it with a BB gun. So this is gonna be replaced. I actually got one of these on eBay, so hopefully I can get this in today. I also have a question for you. What do you think I should do about this front bumper? At some point, somebody had a little fender bender and kind of scraped this up and left a couple little small cracks. They did their best to touch this up with white paint, but the problem is that it's right over this iconic Integra logo. So I don't really know how to deal with this, how to fix this. You can get new bumpers for these vehicles, but unfortunately, I have not been able to find one with the Integra logo, and I have not been able to find a used one that's in as nice a shape as this one. So what do you think I should do? Let me know in the comments below. All right, let's go get some new tires for this thing. Oh man, I can't believe how clean and nice this interior is. All right, and through the magic of editing, my Acura Integra now has 4 brand new tires. I didn't do anything high performance or anything like that. These are Kumo Exos, which are decent all-around tires. I'm not gonna be carving canyons in this thing. I'm mainly just gonna be driving it around town. And to outfit this vehicle with 4 brand new tires for $350 was a pretty good deal in my book. Nothing glamorous going on here, just a standard tire change, but I'm glad that these things are not dangerous anymore. So now that the tires are taken care of, why don't we see if we can tackle this busted taillight. So let's get this one out, pop the new one in, and see how it looks. And yes, I still need to wash it. I will wash this vehicle at some point. So in order to get that taillight out, you have to remove this big plastic piece right here. And it's pretty simple. You've got these little plastic tabs that are kind of annoying and break if you don't take them apart correctly, but they're pretty easy to get out. So let's go ahead and do that. So you should be able to just push these down, and then these pop right out. That's actually pretty easy. So there's 4 of these. All right, now right here, there's 1 more in the center on the inside. So this should just pop right out. Yeah, it just comes right out, very easy. Okay, now we got that out. You can see there's some nuts right here. And then you pull this little trim piece right off there, and you can access that bolt. It's kind of hiding back there. And like so many things automotive, you might think that this is a 10mm, but no, it's actually an 8. And then this one's a little hard to get to over here, kind of hiding underneath. All right, I'll pull the connector out. There we go. All right, so now in theory, this should just slide right out. Let's find out if I did this right. Let's see. There we go. There we go. All right, we got it. It's just a little bit of dust in here, nothing too bad. All right, let's grab the new one, or I mean the not broken one, and see if we can get it in. Good news is there's no cracks or anything on this one. Let's just compare it to the other one. Actually, it looks pretty good. I think this is gonna be a good match. Looks like it's in about the same condition as the other ones. All right, so I'm just gonna clean a little bit of this dust out of this area right here and then put the new one in. Actually, before we put it in, gotta swap the bulbs from the old one to the new one, because the new one didn't come with any bulbs. The new one doesn't even have a harness on it, so I gotta swap the whole assembly there. All right, let's see if this works. All right, then let's plug it back in, see if it works. All right, it works. I know it's a little crazy to get excited about replacing a taillight, but sometimes these small projects are the most rewarding. I've been staring at that little hole in this taillight for a year, and I'm glad that I finally fixed it. It's gonna improve the look of this car just a little bit. All right, so let's really finish this project, put it all back together so I can check this off my list. All right, so I think I've got this vehicle pretty much nearly completely fixed. At least I hope so. Let's give this thing a nice wash and drive it around and see if we can spot any other issues. Cross my fingers. All right, so it's been a while since I've driven this vehicle any real distance. I mean, I did just drive it to the tire shop, but that was just down the street. So I kind of forgot what it's like to drive an Acura Integra. And now that it's all coming back to me, it's really nice. I mean, this is just the LS. This is the non-VTEC. This isn't the fancy one. This is only makes 140 horsepower. But back then, 140 horsepower wasn't all that bad. And it's nice to finally drive this vehicle with the reworked head. The engine runs beautifully. Let's go up here to this intersection and floor it. that's not bad. I mean, it's not fast, but you know, it's got enough power to get out of its own way. And it's just nice driving a vehicle that is this clean on the inside. This interior is just nearly flawless. I've just seen so many Integras with completely thrashed interiors. So it's really kind of refreshing to see one where it's not completely just destroyed. A lot of these cars have had hard lives, and apparently this one did not. But the one thing I really need to figure out is what is going on with this suspension. The front end is just like bouncing all over the place. These front shocks are just completely gone. It's kind of oscillating right now. It's like, oh no, this is not good. I'm gonna have to order some new shocks because this is just, oh God. Oh my God. I'd be surprised if I don't pop that brand new tire I just put on this thing. There's just nothing left with these shocks. Oh, it's just bouncing everywhere. Oh man, this is bad. So yeah, I got a lot of stuff fixed today. I got some new tires, got that taillight fixed, but this suspension, this is something else. I don't think I've driven a car with suspension that is as shot as this is. All right, so it looks like I have to spend yet a little bit more money on this old Acura, but I think it's gonna be worth it, I think. I hope. I mean, I don't know. All right, I think that's gonna be it for today. In my next video with this car, I'll try to get that suspension sorted out because it's bad. It's really bad. But yeah, I'm very excited about this vehicle. I'm glad that it's back on the road. I'm glad that I can drive it again. I'm glad that hopefully I'll finally have a reliable car in my fleet. Is that actually possible? I look around my yard at my collection of misfit toys and I realize that I am an idiot for owning this many vehicles. I realize that it's not a good idea. I realize that I can't even possibly try to fix all this stuff, but I try anyway, if not for you to laugh at me just a little bit at how stupid I am. But yeah, thanks for watching. Maybe one day I'll learn. Probably not, but see you later.